argue twice on the matter. Please. When I finish and you read,
Minister.
Any publication produced by or under the authority or with the sanction of
Minister.
Mr. Speaker.
No. Minister. No, Minister, please. No. Minister, the leader has at least 5 opportunity to ask supplementary questions. That is what.
You see,
leader, Minister, please.
You see.
Honorable Minister, please be tolerant a bit for us, please. I beg of you. Yes, Honorable
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, we've all seen what has just happened. Mr. Speaker, Order 6 that they relied on.
Minister,
honorable
Mr.
leader.
Speaker,
Official publication has been defined. A court process.
Leader. Honorable Minister, you can't do that, please. Honorable Minister, you can't do that. Honorable Minister, no, Honorable, you have no right. Honorable Minister, have no right to say you can't ask him to, please. Honorable Minister. Yes, he's going to ask question. Honorable Minister, Honorable Minister thinks he's still a leader. Minister, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, let's
take it cool. Let's
bring the tempo down. Mr. Speaker, let's bring the tempo down.
Yes.
My colleague, minority leader, I think that if we can just ask questions,
yes,
so that, because the Minister for Agriculture is also here, and we have statements to take. And indeed, at conclave, you requested for a couple of statements to be admitted, and they were admitted. And officially, we have just about 30 more minutes, because if we start sitting at 2, yes, and we must sit for 5 hours, we are supposed to end at 7. And so if you have all these questions that you have asked, and then you also have statements that should be admitted, I plead with you that you should just ask the rest of the supplementary questions so that we can move on to the next minister. This is a plea. So please, I'm pleading with you. No, please, let's keep to the rules. Let's keep to the rules. Let's stick to the rules, Mr. Speaker, please.
Well. Honorable Minister, I beg of you. Please. No. Honorable leader, please. Honorable leader, you may ask your question, please. Well. Honorable members, we will bring a question directed to Honorable Interior Minister to a close. Honorable Minister for Interior, on behalf of the House, let me thank you for attending upon the House. Yes, let me now invite Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Food and Agriculture. and invite Honorable Pius Kwame Inkua, member for Sehui Akontomra. Sehui Akontomra. Yes. Honorable member.
Thank you. Thank you.
You may ask your question.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I have no interest again in the question.
Very well. Very well. Honorable member, has the question been taken by events? Then seek leave to withdraw the question. Yes.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me listen to your leader.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, after asking the question, his attention was drawn to the fact that, pursuant to the amendment to the cocoa board legislation, the cocoa sector has now been transferred to the Minister for Finance. So he approached me this afternoon so that the question can be withdrawn, and then later on he can ask it to the Minister of Finance. I think that is what he's trying to explain.
Very well. So, honorable member, just seek leave to withdraw the question and we move on.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Speaker, as said by the Honorable Majority Leader, I seek the leave of the Speaker of Parliament to withdraw the question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Leave granted. So we are now moving to normal question 22. 22. And the question is in the name of Honorable Davis Ansan Upoko, member from Praia. So, meanwhile, please indulge me 5 minutes suspension.
If you can give us some timelines. As I rightly indicated, the project got stalled in March 2022. And then just some few months that we have assumed office, we have initiated the processes and we have written to Ministry of Finance for resources to be able to complete it. So I cannot give any timeline until resources are made available.
Well. I guess this is a constituency-specific question. Yes, leader.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Honourable Minister, is there an indication that it wasn't budgeted for in the budget that was taken care of by the minister in the 2025 budget? The completion of this project, you indicated that you have written to the Finance Ministry for funds to be provided. So I'm asking if it was not budgeted for.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it was not in the budget, but we are working with the Minister for Finance to see if it can be captured in the review.
Very well. Honourable members, I guess this is a constituency-specific question. So we move to question 23. And the question stands in the name of Honourable Dr. Abdul Kabilu Tia Mahama, member for Walwale. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I have the permission of the honourable member.
Permission granted. Go, move on.
All right, thank you very much. I rise to ask the Minister of Food and Agriculture the intention of government to address the destruction of rice fields by the migratory birds, which has left many farmers helpless in the Walwale constituency and the Northeast region as a whole.
Very well. Honourable Minister.
Very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, our attention has been drawn to the damage being caused to rice fields by the migratory birds in the Walwale constituency and some areas in the northern part of the country. The Ministry of Food and Agriculture swiftly commissioned a 4-member team made up of seasoned directors to proceed to the north forthwith and assess the situation for us to deploy an effective control measures. Mr. Speaker, the reports from the 4-member team on the issue indicates that the birds are no more migratory, but rather permanent and would remain with us for a long time. Consequently, Mr. Speaker, the team has been requested to come up with appropriate strategies or methods to contain the menace, not only in the Walwale area, but also in Mamprugu Muadulu enclave. Mr. Speaker, I can assure this August House that as soon as the strategies are fine-tuned, I will come back and brief this August House appropriately. The ministry will leave no stone unturned to drive away these birds and protect the investments of our gallant rice farmers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honourable. No, let me give the opportunity to. Yes. Honourable member, this is constituency specific, but quite so I'll give you opportunity. You may ask the question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Reading the last paragraph, the minister says, I can assure this August House that as soon as the strategies are fine-tuned, I will come back and brief this August House appropriately. Mr. Speaker, this is so ambiguous, and I'll be happy if the minister could give us indications in terms of timelines when this issue is going to be addressed. Otherwise, we will have an egregious effect on the farmers in Walwale. Thank you.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, looking at the complexity of the situation, we have to take our time to be able to contain it. And that is why we have a committee in place. And I said that as soon as their report is ready, They are to fine-tune the strategies proposed in the earlier report. And so when they make it available, we'll move into immediate action.
Very well.
Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, as soon as possible, I don't know whether it is akin to the coming of Jesus Christ or not. It is akin to the coming of Jesus Christ. That is why we want some reasonable time space to deal with the matter. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I think exposing my colleague to the background of this menace will help him to appreciate the situation. These bears have been in these areas for over 3 years. For over 3 years. And as you are aware, Ghana has a significant location on the East Atlantic Flyway. The Flyway is the major migratory route for the bears. And because of the fact that we have insects, the insects are the food for the bears. And because of the nature of our vegetation, they have a lot of nesting, facilities. So they are attracted here and they migrate every day. So it takes some time to be able to contain them. It is not like going to Kumasi and coming back. It will have been done within 24 hours. So let's have patience. Let's come out with our strategies, and we hope that we can deal with the situation decisively.
Very well. Honorable John Darkon, this is a constituency-specific question. Hear you.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. So I want to ask the Honourable Minister whether in this regard... Whether in this regard, from your answer, you have a permanent solution to these issues. Because since migratory bears are migratory bears, they will come next year, they will come the following year. So is there a definite solution to this kind of issue? Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker, this is a very important question. And that is why I said we must take time for the committee to give us the report. We have tasked them to fine-tune the strategies that will be able to contain them on a sustainable basis. And that's exactly what we are looking at.
Very well. We turn to question 4.6. Question 4.6. And the question stands in the name of Honorable Seth Osayakutu, a member for Achuman Punuya. Minister, you share common boundary with him, eh? Okay. Oh, I see.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Food and Agriculture to expatiate in the short term to long term feed the industry program the ministry wants to implement for the benefits of farmers. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the feed industry program is one of the key programs under the Agriculture for Economic Transformation Agenda, ITA. Under this program, government wants to establish a strong relationship between agriculture and industry, under which industry will add value to agricultural produce along the value chain to create jobs for the youth of our country. It will be focused on production, processing, transportation, distribution, and marketing. The relationship is going to be a symbiotic in nature, where industries will serve as huge market for agricultural produce and agriculture as market for industrial products in the form of fertilizers, catalysts, and other agricultural inputs. Mr. Speaker, this program will create gainful employment, increase our export earnings, increase incomes of farmers, and contribute significantly towards stabilization of the foreign exchange regime, of the exchange rate regime. Short to long-term activities. Mr. Speaker, in the short term, the ministry will provide technical assistance, input, and other incentives to farmers to boost productivity. Again, we will also provide mechanized solar-powered boreholes and rehabilitate existing irrigation infrastructure in order to ensure sustainable and uninterrupted supply of agricultural produce to industries. We are also working in partnership with processors to deploy mini processing facilities to the production enclaves for primary processing. This will serve as ready market for farmers, thereby minimizing produce losses to farmers and guarantee uninterrupted raw material supply to industries. Mr. Speaker, in the long term, we want to significantly improve irrigation infrastructure as a means to mitigate the impact of climate change and keep agro-processors in business throughout the year. We will also establish farmer service centers as one-stop shop for farmers to access agricultural mechanization services, high-quality seeds, fertilizers, and extension services. Mr. Speaker, I believe these are some of the surest ways of using agriculture as a vehicle for economic transformation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honorable Sakutu, any supplementary question?
Yes, sir. Mr. Speaker, I have two questions. The first one has to do with the policy on fertilizers. In the resetting agenda, we made mention of free distribution of fertilizers to farmers, including seedlings, for cocoa, and food crops. We haven't started any policy on the procurement and distribution of fertilizers. Can you tell us the policy direction of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture? Thank you.
Very well. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I knew my colleague was going to ask a question about fertilizer. Yeah. Because I remember when I was the ranking member, he was the one who encountered the donkeys conveying fertilizers across our borders. And he reported to us in our committee meeting. So he has a lot of interest in the distribution of fertilizer. When it comes to the Feed Ghana program, Mr. Speaker, we have a policy document. Some weeks ago, we invited the Parliamentary Select Committee on Food and Agriculture and Cocoa Affairs to participate in the validation workshop. And the processes leading to the distribution of fertilizers to the farmers have been well stated, captured in the policy. But let me indicate here that even in the answer I have provided here now, I've mentioned what we call the farmers' service centers. Mr. Speaker, what we want to do is that we are establishing farmers' service centers in all the agricultural districts in our country. These centers are going to serve as one-stop shop for all the farmers in the districts. So if you want agricultural mechanization, we are going to send tractors and all the equipment that you require from your farming activities at the center. You have a section that will house the quality, weather-resilient seeds for distribution, and then a section for fertilizer distribution. And then we have the extension officers also there at the center. So when you place a call that you need anything from the center will be ready to serve you. So this is how we are going to distribute the fertilizers. And now we have asked the farmers to constitute themselves into cooperatives, community, commodity-based cooperatives. All of them will be registered. And so when you go to the center, you have a data on all these cooperatives, and then you know the specific crops that they are producing. So the type of fertilizer to be given to them will also be known. So as we speak, we have even asked some soil scientists to go to the various districts to do soil testing for us to know the kind of fertilizers that we'll be sending to the various districts, depending on what specific nutrient we want to replace.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, like he did indicate, the two of us have worked together on fertilizers and other issues related to agriculture. So I don't want to argue with him on some of the answers that he has given. But I want to find out, or he should give us an update on the farm service centers that he had mentioned, the status. Thank you.
Well.
Mr. Speaker, we are done with the designs. We are in the process of procuring the equipment. I was in Belarus last week. We are almost at the conclusion stage of bringing in the agricultural equipment. And as soon as the document is ready and then parliamentary approval is secured, we'll start with everything. So everything is on course.
Well. Yes, member for Joabin.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to find out from the minister that the feed industry program, does it include Ngokan Kitenkete and Ejumawura? If it does, is it in the long term or short term? Thank you.
Well, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Nkukwan Kitenkete will be part of the industry program because we are looking at production and processing. And so if you produce the best and you are unable to process them, you can never talk about sustainability. It is because of sustainability that we are adding processing to the production so that you create market for the farmers, and once the market is there, everybody will be willing to produce. And then the processors will add value, not only for local consumption, but also for export, for us to bring in the foreign exchange. So they are part of it. Ejumawura is under a different ministry, and so I'm unable to speak to that.
Yes, member for Ashaman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I come under Order 55, 3 and 4. A sitting of the House shall ordinarily be for 5 hours. And then the 4, despite Rule 3, the Speaker may direct that a sitting be held outside the prescribed period, having regard to the state of business of the House. Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. You are right. And by the indulgence of the House, I would like the House to sit outside the normal hours.
Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Member for Kwadaso.
Mr. Kwadaso, not Swami. Mr. Speaker, I would like to ask a supplementary question by seeking from the Honorable Minister if he has any idea of the estimated cost and commercial value in terms of revenue of this feed the industry program. I'm asking for...
Honorable Member, can I respectfully ask you to give me a question? I will admit it to the minister.
No, because, Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, when he was responding to the last questioner, he mentioned, or he said that we are going to get some foreign exchange receipts. That is why I'm asking this question. So what is the commercial value in terms of the foreign exchange receipt we are going to get? So I think I'm within
the commercial value. You are going to detail. The demand for this is too much. Please just file a question.
Intervention.
Honorable Professor, please respectfully file a question so that he can specifically deal with you. Yes, Honorable John Darko.
Yeah, thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Minister, in your answer to the earlier question, you mentioned that in the short term, the ministry will provide technical assistance, input, and other incentives to farmers to boost productivity. Since you are talking about short term, Mr. Minister, I want to find out from you, have you identified the farmers, where they are, and the particular crops that they will be planting?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Speaker, I think this question has been answered earlier on. I spoke about the formation of the cooperatives. And I said that we are forming community, commodity-based cooperatives. And that will give us data as to the number of farmers we have in the production enclaves, in the production of specific crops, to inform the distribution of the inputs going forward. So I've answered that already. It's because we don't have the data, that is why we are asking the farmers to constitute themselves into farmer cooperatives.
Thank you very much. Honourable Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I saw Honourable Ahi in the chamber today. Honourable Samson Ahi. I saw him in the chamber today, and I wondered why. Then I looked at the other paper. I saw his senior brother was here. So, Mr. Speaker, he's giving him moral support. Mr. Speaker, for the record, he is my ECOWAS Parliament campaign manager. Mr. Speaker, so it's good seeing you, Senior Deputy Minister. Mr. Speaker, he wants to respond to me.
Mr. Speaker, I think it's unfair for the minority leader.
But have I called you?
Oh, I saw you pointing your hand at me. Mr. Speaker, I think it's unfair for minority leader to allude to the fact that I'm in Parliament today because Honourable Eric Opoku was coming to answer questions. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I was in the chamber. Honourable Eric Opoku wasn't here. So I am always in Parliament, and I represent the good people of Bodi.
But
I have the mandate to be here always, and I do so always. So let him withdraw and apologize to me to infer that I'm here because Honourable Eric Opoku is coming to the chamber. Eric Opoku is representing Ahafo what? Asunafo, which is far away from Bodi. So it cannot be the fact that Eric is here. That is why I'm here. I'm here to represent the good people of Bodi. And yesterday I was here, and you saw me.
Honourable Sansahi.
So apologize to me.
Honourable Sansahi.
Ask him to apologize.
Honourable Sansahi.
Before he proceeds.
Yes, before I'll ask him to apologize, are you not sure that yesterday you were here to prepare the grounds for the minister to come?
Mr. Speaker, don't let me conclude that there's a conspiracy between you and the minority leader to draw that conclusion that I came here because Eric was coming here. Mr. Speaker, both of you should withdraw.
Honourable Minority Leader, you may ask the question, please.
Mr. Speaker, it's good for our health. Yes. But now that you are saying you are from Western North and he is from Ahafo, meaning that he can make you his running mate. Oh, possibly. Mr. Speaker, Honourable Minister in his answer indicated that he is likely to sign an agreement for some equipment. He also referred to his recent visit to Belarus. And he says that subject to parliamentary approval, those equipment will be available for the farmers. May I know from him that this agreement, is it a loan or a grant? Because it is only such agreement that will come to Parliament. He says that subject to approval. Is it a loan they are procuring or is a grant?
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it's not a loan, but it is an international transaction.
Very well. So Honorable Minister, so this international transaction party, and you are bringing it under Order Article 1815 of the Constitution. Fair enough. Now, that the agreement has already been negotiated, and if so, can we know the amount involved?
We are in the process. As soon as it gets to the stage that requires parliamentary approval, I will make it available in consonance with the law.
Honorable Minister, are you able to share with this House our obligations under this agreement?
When the agreement is finalized, the obligations will be known because it will be brought to this House for approbation.
Honorable
Why
Leader.
are you suddenly pursuing the path of brevity? Mr. Speaker, the feed the industry program that the minister has referred to, is the minister saying that this program has been budgeted for in the 2025 budget? Is the minister saying so?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, exactly so.
Very well.
Honorable Minister, I have perused the allocation for your ministry, and upon my perusal, and of course it is notorious, it's part of the records of this House, an amount of 1.5 billion was allocated. Of this 1.5 billion, 900 million plus goes into compensation. Is it your case that the allocation for the feed the industry program is covered under this 1.5 billion?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, compensation budget in the compensation budget in the 2025 budget presented before this House for the Ministry of Food and Agriculture is 226 million. And not the 924. The 924 is for special initiatives of the government, which includes Feed Ghana, Feed the Nation, and the rest that you can talk about, Feed the Industry and the other.
Honorable Leader, respectfully, I will yield one more chance to you. You've already taken 6. So I'm giving, yes, I'm counting. So I'll give you the last lot. You were giving short questions and he was responding accordingly. So I'll give you
Mr.
one
Speaker,
more.
I thought he was enjoying it. My question is, Honorable Minister, you have indicated that this Feed the Industry program is aimed at creating opportunity for our farmers. I know that considering the effort government is making in ensuring cedi stability, you as an expert in your field would bear with me that without food crop production, this effort will become otious. Would you therefore under this Feed Ghana program to ensure that implementation is successfully rolled out to avoid food inflation?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in the 2024 budget presented before this House by the past government, it was clearly stated, that food prices are ballooning as a result of the huge food import bill. And so I agree with the Honorable Minority Leader that if we are able to effectively implement these programs, food production will increase, and certainly we can reduce our food import bill, thereby bringing food prices to the lowest ebb. Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker, without any argument, the minister did well until the last one, when he decided to do his usual politics. Mr. Speaker, your answer, you were supposed to assure us that you will ensure a successful implementation of this policy, not to talk about some politics and leave it there.
Assure us.
Assure that we would, because we will hold your feet to the fire. Assure us that you would roll this out successfully to avoid the food inflation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Minority Leader is sounding as if I alone bear the responsibility to ensure that. But we are looking at a program called Feed Ghana. Under the Feed Ghana, we are advocating that every Ghanaian who has a house and has a space must have a home garden, at least to produce some vegetables to support feeding of the house. If the Minority Leader has a home garden, Mr. Speaker, as we have been advocating, he would have known that this program is already a success. He would have known that it's already a success. So, Mr. Speaker, I can assure the House that with the kind of mechanisms we have put in place and the enthusiasm we are generating, you can even see from the face of the former Defense Minister that this program is going to be a success. Thank you very much.
Honorable Nitiu, don't be invited. Don't be invited. So, Honorable Members, you take the last question from Honorable Nana Ampa Kwame Adofrimpong.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Buakwa North.
I rise to ask the Minister for Food and Agriculture what steps the ministry is taking to control cattle migration and the destruction of food crops in the Buakwa North municipality.
Honorable Member, may you take the question again? Speak like a man, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Food and Agriculture what steps his ministry is taking to control cattle migration and the destruction of food crops in the Buakwa North municipality.
Very well. Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I am privileged to inform this August House of the measures the Buakwa North municipality has instituted to regulate cattle farming, especially nomadic herding practices, to prevent clashes with the local crop farmers in the municipality. Mr. Speaker, the measures include Operation Remove Nomadic Herdsmen, and more recently, issuing ultimatums for herdsmen with unauthorized cattle to vacate the municipality, whilst local cattle herders were to confine their cattle to approved communal grazing fields in the municipality. Mr. Speaker, efforts are also underway for the establishment of more of such community grazing areas in the eastern region, alongside those of cattle ranchers at Wawase and Amankwa in the Afram Plains for the benefit of the cattle farmers. Mr. Speaker, going forward, the Animal Production Directorate, APD, of the ministry has been instructed to closely collaborate with all stakeholders to ensure peaceful coexistence. I wish to assure the Honorable House that the ministry will work with stakeholders such as the Ghana Cattle Ranching and Transhumance Committee and the Peasant Farmers Association for a peaceful coexistence and to ensure a win-win situation for both cattle and crop farmers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honorable Member, any supplementary question?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Minister, unfortunately, the measures you mentioned have all failed. Is there anything new you'd want to do to help solve the problem? Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Leader.
Mr. Speaker, these decisions were taken by all the stakeholders, including the Directorate of Animal Production of our ministry. And the official information that we have indicates that the program is working effectively on the ground. If in the eyes of the honorable member it is failing, then it means that even at the municipal level, the honorable member has not been participating in the discussions. Because as an honorable member, you are a member of the assembly. And so when a decision the assembly has taken, including you, is failing, you should be the one to correct it at that level.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Minister, your own agric director at the municipality is aware of the fact that these measures are not working. In fact, this morning, we had a discussion, and he asked me to even voice it out here, that we need different measures. The ones here, the ones you just mentioned, have not worked in the past. So let's come together, sit together, find a better way of resolving the issue, rather than saying that the measures are working. They are not.
Very well, Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I think this is not even a question. It's just a remark, a statement on what is happening on the field. And as I earlier on indicated, these are measures that were not taken solely by the ministry, because we have other implementation agencies on the field working to ensure that this thing is achieved, including the municipal assembly. And so if after some months or some years of implementation, the honorable member of parliament, who is a member of the assembly, is stating on the floor of this house that those measures that were put in place have not been effective, we will look at it and see what we can do again. Because we are working together to ensure that we create peaceful coexistence for the people there.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. On behalf of the House, you've taken two supplementary questions. Ask the last question.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Minister, do you have migratory corridors in the eastern region?
Mr. Speaker, I think this is a fresh question. The first question for which I've been invited to speak to is constituency specific. If you want a question relating to the entire eastern region, Honorable Member, per the rules, you know what to do.
Very well. Very well. Honorable members, on behalf of the House, I would like to thank the Minister for Food and Agriculture for attending upon the House to respond to his own colleagues, to your own colleagues. So, Honorable Minister, we are grateful to you, and you are hereby discharged. Yes. Leadership, any indication?
Want to make a statement? Okay. I think there's fatigue. There's fatigue.
I'm tired.
There's fatigue.
I am tired. Come again.
Well, Mr. Speaker, in which case we are in your hands.
Deputy Minority Leader.
If it pleases Mr. Speaker, we would like to take up the statement on the striking nurses as a matter of urgency.
can we take it tomorrow? Tomorrow I will ensure. In fact, I'm tired, I must confess. If
Mr. Speaker, we are guided by you.
Thank you very much. So, honorable members, the time has gone. It's 7. So you are in my hands. I'll proceed to adjourn the House to tomorrow, 2 o'clock in the forenoon. Tomorrow. O'clock. So, which will be 14 hours Greenwich Mean Time. Tomorrow, 14 hours Greenwich Mean Time. I thank you so much for your cooperation, and the House stands adjourned.